30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Minshew. He'll buy some time right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Muscles him off. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
In motion, the tight end. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. On play action, they'll throw. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Brooks. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raiders offense and Elijah Mitchell set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offenses have success. You can say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
Extra point try now from Dicker. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Minshew. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Minshew sets to throw. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Throw caught by Mayer. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Fighting to stay upright. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll go right back to Wright. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's to Bowers once again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well. I have to admit, I love the excitement of the 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So the Dolphins now down by 5. 1:13 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. This is caught by Waddle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
The Dolphins are lining up.
They'll try and run it here. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Minshew. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Minshew. Flush. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Miami, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles